world, I'm your host, Jezlan Moyet. Welcome to a special segment of EverTalk Live that I like to call the House of Moyet. My goal is to entertain, educate, and of course, shop, 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 and share the stories behind the products I think you're really gonna wanna check out available on Amazon. We're able to bring these discoveries to you, special thanks to the production team from EverTalk TV, America's first live streaming video talk show network, from our studio right here in West Hollywood, California. EverTalk has invited members of their community to participate in the Amazon Influencer Program and share the stories of the people that inspire them. And of course, highlight the products we feel we really truly cannot live without. Of course, I personally want to thank both Amazon Live and EverTalk for giving me this platform, as I truly appreciate the opportunity to bring value to my community and to my followers to be a part of the conversation, and I encourage you to slide into those DMs right here. Oh, hey Laura, there she is. Good to see you again. Thanks so much for streaming with me today. Okay, again, my name's Jezlan Moyet. Welcome to the House of Moyet, aka my home away from home on the EverTalk Live set right here in West Hollywood at the EverMedia Studios. So today I wanted to share with you a quick look at one of the shows that I do. It's called One Sip. Now, what I've had the opportunity to do is review cocktails by taking just one sip at some of my favorite restaurants around Los Angeles. And why I want to share that with you is because today I want to feature some books that are cocktail mixology books, so you can know what to drink with what you eat, and even featuring the cookbook from Nobu, one of my favorite restaurants right here in LA. Of course, there's one here down the street in West Hollywood, and the Nobu that's my favorite is Oceanside in Malibu. Oh, just gorgeous. So we've got this Nobu cookbook today that I'll talk about in just a little while. Of course, one of my favorite things to pair there is Moyet Rosé. It's a little shameless plug. I had to do it, but you know, rosé does go very well with sushi. Anyway, on that note, let's take a look at my latest episode of One Sip. Of course, it streams on EverTalk, and we were coming to you from the rooftop at the Waldorf Astoria. Let's take a look. Happy Friday. Jezlan Moyet here at the rooftop by JG at the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills, one of my favorite places to enjoy the sunshine and a cocktail. Welcome to One Sip. You know the rules, just one sip. Well, sometimes two. This is their signature ginger margarita. Tequila, sugar rim, delicious, a little sweet for my liking, but I'll give it 3 1/4 stars. Maybe an extra point for the view. Cheers. That's life in Beverly Hills. That's just life in Beverly Hills, as they say. Now, that ginger margarita is one of my favorite recipes. Of course, the view doesn't hurt as well. The rooftop JG at the Waldorf Astoria is absolutely stunning. But what I love about a good ginger margarita is the great things you can pair it with. So one of the things I've selected right there on the bottom of my Amazon carousel is what to drink with what you eat. This book right here is a go-to classic and should be in everyone's bar or kitchen. Now, if you're entertaining at home, there's nothing worse than not knowing what to pair with the great dish you're already making. Well, this book is providing you with all of the answers. Now, if you want to serve something up with that great ginger margarita, what I'd recommend is a fish taco, of course, but you can refer to the pages of this book and they'll really give you the details. Another great thing would be chips and guac, or fresh chips and salsa, or some pico. I love mixing that sweet with that spicy. And of course, they talk about that right here in the pages of balancing taste components. Now, especially in reference to wine and food. I'll never forget when I went to a restaurant down the street in West Hollywood, Moyet, world-renowned restaurant. And the sommelier came up to me and he said, oh, you know, I'd really like to recommend a pairing with that great mozzarella dish you're having. And I said, what would you pair? And he said, a Super Tuscan. Now, I thought it was very interesting because what makes a Tuscan super? I asked. Well, he really explained to me that it was really just the components that were very regionally specific to Tuscany, which makes it super Tuscan. I thought that was hilarious. Of course, they reference that very same story here in this book when they talk about super Tuscans. Another great thing you can pair that with is salami, according to this book right here on page 163. Also referencing salmon, one of my favorite dishes. Salmon, they say, would pair well with a Beaujolais. Ooh, good French red, I love that. Or champagne, especially a Brut Rosé. Can't go wrong with that. And again, with all the different sauces, the different pairings, the Chardonnay, they say, with dill or grilled red onions, again, the Beaujolais. So what's really great is just having this as a go-to, so you know, again, when you're entertaining, that you're going to wow your guests with your knowledge of the menu in both food and wine. In the back of the book, it gives you great reference for doing pairings and tasting flights if you're really going all out. I love to entertain at home, and this book has made it so much simpler to do just that. Of course, it was an Entertainment Weekly bestseller, LA Times bestseller, IACP Cookbook of the Year, congratulations. Gourmand World Cookbook Award winner, love that. A couple different reviews are listed right here on the back of the book. What to Drink with What You Eat is a unique recipe combining the author's creativity, expertise, scholarship, and great love of good food and good drink. Well, that says it all, doesn't it? Okay, if you've got your favorite cocktail or recipe, I'd love for you to share that with me in this conversation. Of course, Laura, one of our viewers, says she needs a good one sip right now. You know, I don't blame you, Laura. I feel the exact same way. Well, maybe we could meet after this later today. It's 5 o'clock somewhere for a little good spirits. Of course, I've listed this book in my carousel as well. What I do love about this is not only is it recipes, but it's revelations, refreshments, and romance, shaken and served with a twist. Ooh, romance, shaken and served with a twist. Now that sounds like a dirty martini worth having. Huh? All the puns intended. Okay, it says it's entertaining, elucidating, edifying, and educational. Good Spirits conveys the joy and merriment of being a great party or going to a bar with a good friend. The only dryness in here is the martinis. Huh. Very clever, Good Spirits. I'm with you on that. What's great about this book not only is the great cover, the artwork, but it's really cute, just in case you spill on it, oftentimes, as I do when I leave one of these books on my countertop and I get busy entertaining the guests, splashing around sauces. So if you do end up ruining the cover of this book, the hardcover artwork is really spectacular as well. Again, this book lists not only your classic martinis, but some really good, creative takes on a traditional cocktail, including the rattlesnake, of course, which is always a crowd pleaser. The rattlesnake cocktail. Shh. Can you hear it? Right beyond the sagebrush and under the sandstone. Ooh, how clever. Is the faint rattling noise that in every movie Western means some poor cowboy's ankle is about to be impaled by a long, curvious, poisonous teeth. Ooh. Now this drink sounds dangerous. Rattlesnakes, I thought at this point in my impressionable youth, were everywhere. And that's why I still think it's always good to have a party of 6 people around when drinking a rattlesnake cocktail. Okay, so this is a drink for not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, but 5 or 6. Now, what you're going to need to make a rattlesnake cocktail, besides a lot of ice, rye, Pernod, lemon juice, and bitters. Of course, they leave you with a note saying that this is a large snake, so if your cocktail shaker isn't the large snake holding variety, build this in a pitcher and stir until your arms get numb. Okay, so shaken or stirred, this is great. They've got some great shakers, also some incredible barware. I will add that to my carousel after this on Amazon. I get all my barware from Amazon. It's really great. I should have added that. I should have included it, but it's never too late. Maybe I'll make myself a rattlesnake and find myself some good barware, cocktail glasses. Can never go wrong with those really great cubes that don't melt. Also always available on Amazon. Well, that's it today on this special edition featuring my show, One Sip, and a few of my favorite mixology and cocktail books. I would love for you to include me in your recipes. Have a sip, give a toast, send a message. Stay safe, shop well. Special thanks to EverTalk and Amazon. We'll see you next time.